Well, we had rain on day one. We had warm conditions yesterday on day two, and it was dry. And today it's overcast in Fort Lauderdale, but still pretty warm. Conditions that these two are more than used to. Atletico Madrid's taking on Newell's Old Boys, actually 3 in Group A. So the other game taking place is Inter Miami against Chelsea. So here's what has to happen for Newell's to get through. They have to win today to overtake Atleti, but they also have to hope that Chelsea beat Inter Miami. And if they do, then it will be Chelsea and Newell's that go through. Atleti know that a win and they are through. They know that a draw will be enough as long as Inter Miami doesn't beat Chelsea. River Plate has just beaten Inter by 5-1 in Group B. So their turnaround in form is complete. And you and I, after this game, will be commentating on Manchester City against Barcelona. Good day of action ahead.
Yeah, we don't complain about that because, I mean, we've seen in these past 2 match days such great goals, great performances by youngsters that now are not yet a reality, but in the future, who knows that they can be featured stars, as we mentioned from the very beginning in this Messi Cup. So we cannot wait to start this game with Atletico Madrid, Newell Old Boys, then Manchester City. I think we've enjoyed a lot during the whole jornadas, as they say in Spanish, in Miami. So we can wait this game to start, Mark.
Both sides with a 4-3-3 formation. Both teams know they need goals today. No point hanging around and waiting for something to happen. John Tamayo is the referee in charge.
Let's see if he has an easier day than yesterday in the morning. You remember in that Newell's Old Boys match against Chelsea, they struggle a lot. We hope that the officials have easier games than yesterday.
A very watchable game, though.
Yeah.
With Newell's Old Boys adopting a different approach. We heard from Lizzie Veterano, who was our pitchside reporter, Rodri, and she was doing the River Plate game on Tuesday and saying the referee said to his coaching staff and his players, respect the officials, only the captain can talk to them. I don't want to hear anything from anybody. And Newell's Old Boys, it was just like, on you go, do what you like.
It was the anarchy, pure anarchy, 100%. Yesterday it was, I mean, a very watchable game, as you mentioned.
That was great.
Yeah, it was really, really entertaining. But, you know, I expect this game to be a little more tight because I think that both sides are focused on win as soon as possible because it's the only way that they can go through. So that is why Atletico Madrid guys, you know, as my sources on Atletico Madrid reported to us this morning, they want to go through. They want to do a great performance in front of Leo Messi's eyes. So that's why they are focused and they want to be really in the game from the very beginning.
You have dropped a My Sources line and we haven't even kicked off yet. That's quite impressive. Can't wait to see what your sources of Barcelona are saying ahead of their game against Manchester City today to conclude the group stage of the Messi Cup. Been a great success so far. A lot of goals, which has been good. Lionel Messi in attendance at every game. Those games that have had 2 kicking off at the same time. He's watched the first half of one and the second half of the other, which has been very much appreciated by the players. Match day 1 was at Chase Stadium, which is to the left-hand side. You will get a view of that in our camera behind the goal. That was on Tuesday, just a few days after Inter Miami won the MLS Cup. And that's where the final will take place on Sunday as well, just across the way at Chase Stadium. But we're nearly ready for this one. Atletico Madrid against Newell's Old Boys. Spain taking on Argentina. Spanish capital against Rosario.
You remember Paulo Futre?
Oh yes.
He used to be former Atletico Madrid player in the 80s and at the beginning of the 90s. So his son, Fabio Futre, is assistant coach for this Atletico Madrid under-16 side.
And the coaching staff at Atleti will be hoping in about 100 years' time to get the job as coach of Atleti when Diego Simeone eventually decides he's had enough.
Yes, in 2060, maybe. It's incredible.
Taking over from Gregorio Manzano in December 2011. His first game at Malaga, Rosaleda, against Pellegrini's.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cholo Simeone joined us in this live streaming because he loves.
He does. He knows everything about his team.
He loves watching this kind of under 16, under 15, under 18 Atletico Madrid teams. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Playing in their change kits today, Atleti. Commentators love bright numbers on dull backgrounds. Just not as big a fan of River Plate's wonderful shirt, but a black number on a red sash is not great. Two skippers with referee John Tamayo. And I think every single player who will be involved at the weekend will be absolutely delighted to get tomorrow off, because this is a hard shift for the boys.
Yes, indeed. We talked about that, in these last match days. It's a tight schedule for them, a lot of changes, too many hours, flight hours in the case of Newell's Old Boys, in the case of Atletico Madrid, new weather, new turf, so that's why they needed some rest.
That is not the Newell's Old Boy player, Benjamin Gomez, taking the photo. The photo was taken by the photographer on this near side. So a look at the Atleti lineup. It is an advanced 4-3-3. Gregori will lead the line through the middle. Aitor Perez will play to his right-hand side, and Obario to the left. They're going for goals, according to their coach, Daniel Perez Roque. In game one, it was Obario and Serrano that scored the 2 goals against Chelsea, and Julen Sanchez, who's on the bench, scored the goal. It was the only goal of the game against Inter Miami yesterday. Now for Newell's Old Boys, 2 or 3 of the players, especially at the back with Robertoni and Berardo, have started all the games. Agustin Molina keeps his spot in goal. Keep tabs on Yanni Romero. He started the first game and was decent. Came off the bench yesterday and was a handful and scored twice. He'll lead the line. Supporting him from the left will be Contreras and Elias from the right. 2 4-3-3s, goals expected. Certainly hoped for. In this one, we are on field number 6 at the Florida Blue Training Center in Fort Lauderdale. The Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, not the international airport, the one with the private planes in the background. So if you hear some strange noises, you know exactly what it is. Right, to get underway for this one. Day 3 of the Messi Cup. Atleti get us underway, playing from left to right. Intrigued to see how both teams not so much set up but approach this game, because you can't win a game in the first 20 minutes, but you could certainly lose it or be in trouble by being a little bit too adventurous. First corner of the game, inside 30 seconds goes Atleti's way. Fair bit of height as the 2 centre-backs come forward. Pablo Garcia and Serrano. See if the delivery is decent. It was. Now a chance on the counter. They have pace, we've seen that. Elias is off and running, number 16. He'll try and stretch the field, looking for Yanni Romero, the big number 9. The Atleti number 6, Alvaro, very talented young player. Most things will go through him. He's the skipper.
Marcelo Belushi, Newell's old boys coach, is telling his players to be a little bit more calm down in order to make it better. Play construction in the midfield, and he applauds.
This is Mauro. Late challenge coming in there. We saw yesterday with Newell's old boys against Chelsea, they can mix it when they want to.
Sure. At the end of the day, this is all about competing. We gotta think about all these players, that they have a great opportunity in order to compete, to have fun, to face new experiences in this Messi Cup, right? To face some other players from other nationalities, which is something great for this Messi Cup. And at the end of the day, they always want to win too. Mostly if they are in front of Leo Messi or Luis Suarez's eyes, as we saw yesterday and the day before.
They do like their two centre-backs to get involved. They're very comfortable on the ball, Atleti. Utilize the width, not the widest of surfaces, these pitches. Appeals for a free kick, falling on deaf ears. Referee John Tamayo really wanting this one to have a little bit of flow. 2 or 3 of the games we've already done in the Messi Cup this year have been a little bit stop-start. Just too much on that ball back for Felix.
We said before, this match should be easier than last Newell's old boys game against Chelsea, but as we saw in that chance, that play by the right side, it's going to be hard for Tamayo as well and for the rest of the officials.
Refereeing's been good so far. They've handled circumstances very well. Tough for them as well. 2 games every day.
Should be hard anyway, because Argentinian bench is always very active. So Atletico Madrid are.
Can't really argue if you're Atleti when you're kind of effervescent with your comments, given that Simeone with the first team is always on the prowl.
That was beautiful, because the influence of Diego Pablo Simeone in any Atletico Madrid team is amazing, because, you know, that source that I told you about before, that I try to ask, you know, a couple of things. I told him, are you going through? And he said, match by match, partido a partido.
They always say that. It's one thing we've come to expect from Simeone. He'll never look too far ahead in the game.
Atletico Madrid now are third in the local Madrid league. First is Real Madrid, second Leganés. Great job from Leganés Academy in the last years. But Atletico Madrid will be up there facing Real Madrid at the end of the season, 100%, because those are the toughest teams in Madrid.
Good challenge in the middle of the park by Alvaro. One thing about Diego Simeone, his nickname, El Cholo, it doesn't have a literal English translation, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
What would be the closest English word for Cholo or Cholito?
To be honest, I wouldn't tell you, because even it's hard for Spaniards like me trying to translate those Argentinian words into Spanish words, because it's really hard. You never know exactly what the meaning of those nicknames are.
Streetwise?
Could be, maybe, yeah. The good thing of all is that Argentinian commentators are always nicknaming players.
Managers. Now here's the danger man for Newell's. Yanni Romero is going to take a couple of defenders to close them down. It's also going to take some better play from the defenders to get rid of the ball. Slightly fortunate there that didn't end up beyond the goalkeeper. Playing out from the back is great when it works, but all it takes is one mistake and you're in trouble. We've seen that a few times so far.
It's really hard for these youngsters trying to get inside them, those mechanical movements that we've seen in the first squads of Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan. We saw the Italians yesterday failing in this part of the field, which is something that can become a drama. Maybe sometimes what we miss in this kind of categories is more freedom from the players to try to dribbling or think by themselves.
Newell's have set their stall out with Yanni Romero as the lone striker. 4-5-1 defensively, 4-3-3 when they have the ball. Keep it tight and make sure Atleti don't get too many chances. Seems to be their game plan. Temptation was certainly there to play that forward. Instead, they keep the ball well rather than just clearing it away. Gomez. Unlucky. Could have feed Contreras. 10 minutes gone, it's goalless. Now the goalkeeper has yet really been troubled. There was one shot from distance from Newell's, which was well dealt with. The wonderfully named Hugo Chica. We've had Amor in this tournament. We've got Chica.
Chica could be translated as girl, but also as small person. Persona chica, little person. Both sides are beautiful.
Yeah, as an English speaker trying to learn Spanish, the masculine and feminine terms trip many of us up.
That is the hardest thing in Spanish. And the verbal terms are almost impossible.
Yeah, let's not go there. Again, everything in the middle of the park going through Alvaro for Atleti, the number 6. Starting to find their stride a little bit, Atleti. But they played really well yesterday. Managed the game brilliantly against an Inter Miami side that beat Newell's by 4-0 on match day 1. No real surprise that the team's out with the United States, who've travelled a fair distance to get here. It took a little bit of time to get settled and acclimatized. pressing by Contreras, but the hustle leads to the free kick against them.
Mark, you mentioned Alvaro Fernandez Abal in the midfield, number 6, the guy that is going to kick the ball now. His mother is Argentinian, but he was called up already for Spain national team, under 15, under 16, with more than 17 games played and 1 goal.
Any Scottish relatives?
Not so far.
We'll dig a bit
but
deeper.
I will find out.
Thank you. We're always looking. Scott McTominay needs a partner in that midfield area. Chance for young Alvaro to deliver. Serrano and Pablo Garcia have gone forward, the 2 centre-backs. Let's have a go here, but looking back with hindsight, did he have time to take a touch there?
It's incredible. Imagine that you can score and finish. That movement would have been amazing.
Spell this for Atleti. Los Colchoneros, the mattress makers.
Marcelo Belushi again telling his players to be more calm down, more relaxed, and try to build from defense. He was in anger now with that lost ball.
Just starting to get a little bit deeper. Forced back a bit, Newell's, as Atleti have a good bit of possession. I think that Newell's game yesterday against Chelsea, for me, is the game of the tournament so far. We've had 4 games every day, but that had everything. It had the late drama, it had a fair bit of confrontation, and I loved your description of it simply as anarchy at times, because it was. You couldn't take your eye off it. Some wonderful goals too.
I remember with the Chelsea opener goal, I thought it was going to be a blue game, but suddenly Newell said, no, we're here. They made a comeback. Then again, Chelsea, it had everything.
Yeah, that first game that Newell's played against Inter Miami, they had 1 or 2 chances. They just struggled with being clinical in front of goal and ended up conceding 4. That was game 1, so you got 2 choices. Feel sorry for yourself in game 2, or go and make amends. They were excellent against Chelsea, so close to the win. Good ball. Centre back with 1 pass, finding Mario. This is really nice. So close from Aitor, but the deflection and behind for Atleti's second corner. That all starts with a centre-back being brave in possession.
Great play by Atletico Madrid, maybe the best play so far in this game. A collective one from the defense, as you mentioned, Mark. And I think, the finish was really good.
Little deflection ensures a second corner, same side as the first one for Atleti. Chase Stadium in the background. Really well cleared away. Feels for a handball. Referee on the spot saying no. Switched wide by Felix. Couldn't quite get the purchase on that header, Serrano, from Alvaro's delivery. Haven't seen much as an attacking force of Newell's for about 10 minutes now. It's something that concern Marcelo Belushi, whose side have to win.
They lost the ball possession very soon, once again. Marcelo Belushi wants his team to construct a little bit more, to have the ball possession in the midfield. Because, we've seen before, yesterday, the day before, that they have great players in the midfield, that they want to build something with a better decision making.
Keep you updated with the other game in the group. It's currently 0-0 between Chelsea and Inter Miami. Because what happens there has a direct effect on what happens here. Who could maybe go through? Another corner, starting to increase the pressure. Atleti on Newell's corner. He's changed his mind. It's a goal kick. As much as Atleti have had a fair bit of possession, we haven't seen too much of pick number 27 you can see in shot right now. The lone striker, Alexandru Grigori, Romanian centre forward.
He comes from one of the best Spanish academies, Español de Barcelona. 3 years ago, he was signed by Atletico Madrid in 2022.
It was the last big, powerful centre forward that they had. We've had the likes of Diego Costa. Right now, the Surlot, but I wouldn't call him physical. Big, yes, but not overly powerful. Fernando Torres was probably more Surlot than Diego Costa. Who would you say was the last big number 9 that they had?
Whoa, it's a hard one. Because we could...
Sloppy. Shot is saved from Sanchez Fuster. Denied by Molina. Poor defending from Newell's, and it could have been behind.
We see Atletico Madrid chance on the stands. I don't really remember big or strong strikers in Atletico Madrid apart from the ones that you mentioned. Charlotte, I can tell you because I interviewed him last year and
big lad.
Wow, almost 2 meters.
He's a big lad, but not someone I would say is a really physical type. He's a good mover for his size. It's just not the way that Simeone plays, and it's interesting. Some of the teams that we've seen playing in the Messi Cup, like Barcelona, they play 4-3-3. That's what the first team do. Other sides are like that as well. Atleti, a little bit different from what the first team do. A long way to go, of course, from under 16 level to get all the way there. But they did have that chance through Sanchez Fuster. Well saved by Molina. Any goals in the Chelsea Inter Miami game we will tell you about. Still goalless. So as it stands, it will be Chelsea and Atleti going through head to head rather than goal difference. Atleti beating Inter Miami yesterday by 1-0. So although Atleti have a worse goal difference right now in the same points as Inter Miami, be good enough.
I like the way Aitor Perez Serrano, number 14, Atletico Madrid, is performing this morning. He's a very active right wing. He's international with Spain. He's been called up in the under 14, under 15, under 16. He comes from Leganés. And he looks really well.
Nicol Jazuli has scored for Chelsea. So that is a big help for Newell's, who know if they win, and it stays that way in the other game, they would go through with Chelsea.
Hand in hand.
Yeah. Time for a hydration break. 72 degrees. Look at the left-hand side, the water bottle, which also contains Matty, just says goat. I mean,
goat belongs to goat.
The goat has the goat bottle.
And again, let me mention, Mark, that this is very impressive from Messi, because we know indeed that he's the organizer of this Messi Cup with his name, with his participation. But this is, I give credit to Leo Messi once again, because it's not easy for these great players or great legends to be by these youngsters. And this is great, because it's a great chance for them to performance in front of one of their idols like Leo.
What a great incentive for the coaches as part of their pre-match team talk. Messi could be here.
Yes.
Go away and perform. Show them what you're capable of.
I don't know Leo Messi, but for example, Luis Suarez, he used to play for Atletico Madrid. Maybe he can wear the red and white shirt again.
How's your lip reading?
My what?
Lip reading.
Oh,
Can you
no.
translate what they're...
And bad.
No.
Well, he has a Newell's old
he's got
voice.
his old, yep.
Yes. It might be a present.
Now, given to him or for him to sign and give to somebody else.
Maybe, who knows? Anyway, that proves that Leo Messi is completely different than other mega superstars on history. He's so close, so good guy, so friendly. You know, I've interviewed him more than 8-10 times, and all of them were great.
He still talks about those times when you interviewed him.
He's amazing. You know, I remember I was on a plane when I covered FC Barcelona, and he was right in front of me, and I heard him talking to Jordi Alba about Villarreal match, and I was like, well, man, they are so normal, and this is something that people would say, okay, you did. Newell's are waiting for their chance to come. I'm pretty sure they will have their time. They are ready for that. The thing is that if Atletico Madrid keeps like that, Atletico Madrid, pretty sure they can at least more chances to score so far in this first half. So they need to do something else.
Options are required here for Yanni Romero. Does well to get the throw. Need to provide him with a little bit more support. Cannot plough that furrow alone.
Marcelo Bellucci saying from Newell's bench that they get a try advantage of that side, the left side. Let's see if they can do something better and they can improve in attack.
Talking right at the start about how the respective coaches would approach this game, how you don't want to take too many chances in the early stages. That's the way that Newell's have approached it. Here's Elias, very talented with the ball at his feet. And by Salazar, comfortable for goalkeeper Hugo Chica.
This is interesting how Alvaro. Well, I'll tell you later.
Sanchez Fuster with the layoff and gets it back, but he was in an offside position. Obarrio. It's a great piece of skill initially with some wonderful footwork by Sanchez Fuster. And now you may continue your sentence.
Yes, no, I wanted to say that it's very interesting how Álvaro Fernández Zabal, number 6, Atletico Madrid, and Mauro Silva Seco, 16, they are organizing all Atletico Madrid plays, like go this way, open out the game a little bit in order to make wider Atletico Madrid midfield. And it's really interesting how they ruled Atletico Madrid game.
Just left the foot in there, which caught Sanchez Fuster. Back by Fernandez Garcia, and Atleti can build from the back. It's the one real chance. Sanchez Fuster shot well saved after a defensive mistake in the 19th minute. Agustin Molina was up to the task. This is a kind of microcosm of what we've seen so far. A lot of the ball for Atleti. Some well-organised defending from Newell's. Looking to get the fullback forward. Felix can't get the corner, and behind for a goal kick. Do you think during the season, after Messi's finished training, if he needs to get back down to Argentina or across to Barcelona, he just hops across to the executive airport behind that goal and hops on his plane? A couple of days down in Argentina, he'll take care of a couple of things, hop back on the plane. Time for Inter Miami's next game. Doesn't have far to go if that's what he needs to do.
If he's in a rush, he's in the perfect place. I like the way Atletico Madrid are playing. Very
patient and good.
Yes.
Careful with the ball.
Really balanced in between attack and defense. Interesting.
Yeah, and strangely enough, the one player that's hardly seen any of the ball is their big striker, Alexandru Grigori. It's been played wide, it's been played in, but it hasn't been played much to the big lad. Nice hold off by Romero. He's a handful. He is a good player, as is this young lad. Maximo Contreras. Elias makes the run in support. A little deflection on that cross. Quevedo. Berard. Better this from Newell's. Even if it's just possession for possession's sake. It stops them having to chase Atleti. They do need some sort of end product. If the options aren't there, that's what has to happen. Upfield by Agustin Molina. Not the best kick out, Atleti can break. Half an hour gone, it's goalless.
Cool.
Chelsea still leading Inter Miami by 1-0. Nicol Jazuli in 20 minutes. So they would win the group regardless if the score there stays the same or they increase their lead. So these two teams would then be playing for second spot. It's Atleti's as it stands, but a goal for Newell takes them up to second. Still to come at 2 o'clock local time. Fort Lauderdale, Manchester City against Barcelona for the right to top Group B. Audrey and I will have full commentary of that one on this channel in about 90 minutes time. Very impressed here by Newell's organisation. Defensively, and that includes the midfielders, there's not much space for Atleti to exploit.
They're doing well on defense. Thing is that, Every time I see Newell's bench with Marcelo Belushi shaking his head, I think he wants a little bit more on attack from their kids. We've seen them attacking very well before. That's why today maybe they are asleep.
Well, tiredness and fatigue will be a factor, but we saw them yesterday when they were successful hunt in packs. They're going to get away with defensive mistakes like that too often, but when you're able to clear. Ooh. Everybody complaining there, including Quevedo, who said, look, I've got the ball, play advantage.
That's why this is so hard to be an official.
No, thank you.
An easy one, and suddenly 4 kids complaining about that. One saying yellow card, the other one saying, why don't you keep going?
Mauro is the player who was fouled.
Yes.
He could have continued. But then, you know what happens. Aitor's shot's blocked, and then they complain that they didn't get the free kick in the first place.
Sure.
So, but being a parent, there's always someone that's not happy.
Just heard Daniel Perez, Atletico Madrid coach, saying to his players, keep going, be focused, and watch on defense, just for any counterbacks from the Argentinian side.
So again, the 2 centre-backs, Serrano and Pablo Garcia, have gone forward. Awaiting the delivery from Aitor. It's a good first touch. Felix. One back by Atleti. Don't want to give Contreras too much time on the ball for Newell's. Talented player. And here he is. The head of Gomez to the path of Elias. Back for Gomez. Attempts at Atleti's goal, few and far between so far for Newell's. However, if you offered them, bearing in mind it's 40 minutes per half, if you offered them 0-0 with 10 minutes to go, I think they would take that, and then they could have a go.
Yeah, they need something else.
Great footwork. Adri. It's not a bad ball. Be hoping, if you were the player putting that in, that your centre forward, Grigori, would make the near post run. That's exactly what he's saying to him right now. I did my bit. You're going to do yours.
This is not a bad result for Atletico Madrid. If they finally draw, there would be 4 points, and Chelsea would be the leader if they still win. That's why Newell's needs something else if they want to go through.
Yeah, they do. Second place in this group would take on the winners of Group B. Chelsea have scored a second goal, and it's Grimwade. And that's goals in every single game so far from the young talent. Can Atleti now go ahead? Good stop, and had to be as well by Molina. They've been the better side so far, Atletico Madrid. They just haven't found a way past the Newell's goalkeeper. Yanni Romero. So that play throughout this tournament has been exceptional. Ooh. Late challenge there on Alvaro. Belated whistle.
I love the way Marcelo Belushi moves on his bench area. Now they're saying to Atletico Madrid bench to be shut up. Impressive.
Not from an Atleti perspective. It's all part of the game, isn't it? River Plate coach wants respect from his coaching staff and his players, doesn't want them to constantly be at the referee for decisions they feel they've got wrong. Whereas Newell's old boys, intensity seems to be their mantra. It's gone behind, just touching the corner post for a goal kick. I think intensity could be the word for the second half. It's going to be required a little bit more, moving the ball, options for Newell's, because right now it seems to be a case of when rather than if Atleti open the scoring here.
Definitely in the second half they need more speed, they need more ball possession, they need to do a little bit more in every aspect of the game.
Quite get that under control. Well, it's not like Chelsea against Inter Miami is taking place miles away. It's taking place 2 pitches across the way. I'm sure word will have reached both coaches at half-time. Chelsea are ahead by 2-0. Quality's got to be better than that from Newell's. That's just into an area and hoping rather than expecting to find a teammate. That's what it's going to take. Centre-back initiating things. Now it's gone over, but it's better from Newell's.
Yes, something is something. At least they ended the play, so Atletico Madrid cannot have the chance to make a counter-attack. But at least this is something, you know. That's why we wanted something else from Newell's old boys, because we've seen yesterday and the day before how they can be able to do that.
Well, the 2 best chances for either side have originated from centre-backs being brave on the ball, coming forward, taking a risk, and finding a teammate. An extra body in there.
That's exactly what I was saying, Mark, because when you break those lines, you're trying to improvising a little bit more. That is why that kind of freedom with imagination and with brave players are really positive for the teams.
Alexandru Grigori, the big striker for Atleti, has struggled in this first half. His touch there wasn't great. I don't mind a diagonal or something that's a little bit more direct from Newell's. Ooh, hopefully he's okay. Solid landing for young Adri.
The surface is dangerous.
Into added time at the end of this first half. 40 minutes per half for under 16s. Pretty comfortable for Atleti, but there would, you would think, be an onslaught coming from Newell's at some point. Just got to hope it's not too little too late. It's a huge incentive for them. They win this game and they would be through. One added minute. Newell's looking to end this first half on a positive note, but given away. Trying to thread the needle there, Alvaro. There you go, first half in the books, 0-0 in Fort Lauderdale between Atletico Madrid and Newell's in the Messi Cup. Day 3, final day of the group stage games. So far so good for Atleti. For Newell's, well, Belushi's going to have to come up with something in the second half.
Definitely, and I think even Daniel Perez, Atletico Madrid coach, he wants something else from Atletico Madrid boys, because he's been complaining about that last play in order to have more speed fast from the ball possession.
Most of the opportunities without real chances in front of goal have come Atleti's way. But at half-time, in Fort Lauderdale, it's Atletico Madrid 0, Newell's 0. Take a look at what we've seen in the first half. If you're just joining us, it's goalless. A couple of half chances for Atleti, but most of the game, Rodri has gone from the left-hand side to the right-hand side.
I think they've been very complete and very balanced. They've been really well on defense. They need a little bit more on attack, I think. That's why David, his coach, is complaining about their players to be a little bit more touching and stepping on Newell's area. But they've done a pretty great job by far.
Aitor has had a couple of chances. From a Newell's perspective, a shot from a distance over the bar by Contreras is pretty much about all they've had to offer. That's going to need to change. The incentive is there with Chelsea ahead at the break against Inter Miami. Newell's know a win for them would see them go from bottom of the table through to the semi-finals. For Atleti, they just need to avoid defeat, and they would secure their place in Saturday's semi. River Plate, very comfortable against Inter Milan in the opening game. And Rodri and I will be back with Manchester City against Barcelona, the final game of the group stages. That will decide top spot in Group B. Kickoff 2 p.m. local time in Fort Lauderdale. As it stands, but one goal for Newell's moves them on to 4 and moves Atleti down to 3. Changes totally the complexion of this group and who is going through. Mr. Messi feeling not as warm as he did yesterday when he had the shoes and the socks off and the t-shirt on. It's still 72 degrees, but when you're used to conditions in Fort Lauderdale and Miami of upwards of 80 and 90 degrees, a little bit chilly for poor Lionel today.
That's only because it's cloudy and you don't have the sun like yesterday. But anyway, it's better than the first day. You know, you remember that heavy rain at the Chase Stadium, and there he is, Leo Messi. Doesn't matter, the weather conditions. He is there supporting the players, and that is a great detail from his part.
Time to look into your crystal ball. Does he play for Argentina at the World Cup?
I do believe so.
I think so.
I'm
as
sure.
well. Why wouldn't he? I know he's teased it. Is there any reason why he wouldn't?
You know why I think? Oh, look, there you go. He's gonna wear the Argentinian national team, and he's gonna announce it now.
But only to us.
Yes.
Only to. He's going to come across, get our microphone, and say, "Here's the exclusive. You boys were speaking about it. I wish to confirm."
My God. But I think he's gonna. He will play. First of all, because he doesn't have the pressure that he used to have before. Because I remember last decade, all the Argentinian partners saying that he has to win a World Cup for Argentina because he never won a major trophy with Argentina. And now he got Copa America. Now he has that World Cup in Qatar. He won it. And I think that now it's time for him to enjoy a World Cup.
You don't think he's worried about the threat of Scotland at the World Cup, and that's maybe the reason why he's not committed yet?
You sure?
Maybe. Maybe. Who's the best signed jersey you've got?
Leo Messi.
Nice. I've got Pele, so...
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's a nice one.
When he was at the Cosmos.
Wow. Well, that's
But I'm missing a Messi jersey.
wow.
Maybe if we ask nicely, there's a few there.
You know,
This is when you really have to hope that it's him that's signing it. There we go.
it can cost millions in some years.
Oh, bet.
The thing is that I get a jersey, an Argentina national team jersey from Qatar final.
Oh, wow.
And I won Leo Messi, so if you ever listen to this, Leo, remember my face. I wanted to autograph that jersey. It could be historic.
A friend of mine has got his jersey from the last World Cup. Plays for Australia. Hearts midfielder Cammy Devlin.
Wow.
He saw that none of his teammates went up to Messi afterwards and asked for his shirt, so he just said, "Hey, any chance?" Messi's like, "Yeah." So he got it afterwards, and he's already been offered $1 million for it, and he turned it down.
No way.
Yeah. Cameron Devlin of Hearts has Messi's jersey from the Australia game because he played in opposition.
Wow.
The best Argentina jersey that I have signed, Mario Kempes.
Wow. A great one. Matador.
Matador.
Yes. My goodness.
Top scorer. Golden Boot winner at the World Cup in 1978.
Collectors would pay a lot of money for Mario Kempes jersey too. I have more than 250 jerseys.
Really?
Yes.
But Messi's signed one's got to be number
Yes,
one.
indeed. I got one Hearts jersey.
From Ruben Palazuelos.
Yes, that one. That jersey is gonna cost a lot of money. Huh?
Yes.
With Pepe Costa, Leo Messi right hand from Barcelona era.
He's got his team, hasn't he? His trusted team. He's got his security guard. And he's got his team that he trusts with his life.
The good thing of Leo Messi is a very loyal boss. If you compare Leo Messi to some other great players or great stars, they all have great and numerous entourage. But Leo Messi is so, his brothers, Pepe Costa, and that's all.
But so many people who've met him just say how nice a person he is.
True.
As well. Very humble, down to earth.
Yes, that's it. For me, it's the best description of Leo Messi. I remember one time, after an interview, FC Barcelona Dircom told me, "What do you think about Leo Messi?" And I was like, "Oh, he's a very humble guy." And Leo Messi was behind me. I didn't know that, never noticed that. And suddenly the Dircom says, "Okay, he just heard you, and this is a great thumbs up for you." And I was like, "Oh,
Just as well you said a nice thing about him.
yes." Never understood that, but
Just the one change at half-time. And the centre-back, Pablo Garcia, is replaced by Marti, wearing 23.
Martí Guinovar Mas. He was born in Tarragona, 1 hour drive away from Barcelona.
Yeah, hold on. 1 hour with no traffic.
Yeah, with no traffic.
Yeah, I mean, you say it's like saying it's 18 minutes to get from the Alfonso Perez at Getafe to the Metropolitano. Yeah, in the middle of the night, maybe.
True. And you know the worst thing of that road in between Tarragona and Barcelona? The tolls. You got maybe 6 tolls for a 1 hour drive. It's crazy. They might be millionaires.
Okay, goalless at half-time. As it stands, it'll be Chelsea and Atleti going through. But with Chelsea holding a comfortable lead at the break, 2-0 against Inter Miami, Newell's know if they can find a way to get themselves ahead in this game, the likelihood is it would be enough to jump from 4th to 2nd spot and secure a place at the expense of Atleti and Inter Miami in Saturday's semi-final. We're underway for the second half. Let's see if Newell's are a little bit more adventurous. 4-3-3 attacking, which was predominantly a 4-5-1 in the first half because they were mainly defending. We'll keep you updated with Chelsea against Inter Miami, which is on the field 2 across, way in the background. Here's Yanni Romero. Newell's hoping to get off to a bright start in the second half, but not when the ball retention's as poor as that. Alvaro with the layoff. This is nice. Barrio's delivery. Here's the chance, and there's the goal by a player that didn't have much joy in the first half, but he's in the right place at the right time. And Alexandru Grigori with the opening goal for Atleti inside of 60 seconds at the start of the second half.
Nice one for Grigori. I think he did a great finish inside the box. This is what you expect for any striker. He was in the right place at the right moment and doing the right thing. So well done for Atletico Madrid players. Maybe too easy for him. And now it's going to be even more interesting in the second half because I think Newell's old boys, they have to go further. They got to make not 1 but 2 steps ahead. And those spaces they may create on defense, they might be taking an advantage for Atletico Madrid. Let's see what happens.
That reminded me of Alex Surlock.
Yes.
Just, where is he? Why hasn't he got involved yet? Boom, 1-0. Yeah. Ah, there he is. That's what he does. Big lad up front, lacking service. All the young superstars around him, whether it's Julian Alvarez, Antoine, well not young, Antoine Griezmann, but pops up with a goal. Atleti ahead.
I remember Charlotte scoring a goal like that against FC Barcelona in Montjuic last year.
He did. It was a ball played in from the right-hand side in stoppage time that gave Atleti I think it was a 2-1 win. Grigori with the goal. The assist from Obarrio, who scored Atleti's opener against Chelsea. No excuses now for Newell's. They've got to gamble. Problem is, for them, Atleti looked pretty adept and given a little bit more space. Certainly worth the chase there from Sanchez Fuster. Defending, when you've got the opportunity to stop the cross and you don't, then you've got the opportunity to get close to the big striker and you don't. It's an issue. So work to be done for Newell's and for their coach Belushi. Foul on Contreras. This has been more of a similar performance to the game that we called 2 days ago when they lost 4-0 to Inter Miami. This has probably been their poorest performance of the tournament so far from Newell's. And it really matters as well.
Nevertheless, they proved that they could do something much better
against Chelsea
if they're patient, as they did before yesterday against Chelsea. But they need to do something else. And I do understand all the Argentinians saying maybe, yeah, they need to do something else, but Atletico Madrid are doing a great job.
Oh, they've been excellent.
Avoid
yeah,
that.
they've played really well. This is their best performance so far. Newell's went a goal down yesterday against Chelsea. Then Kizas scoring the equaliser. And Feromo Adebayo putting Chelsea 2-1 up. And Yanni Romero equalising within 30 seconds. And then they went ahead. The concession of that late goal yesterday against Chelsea. Penalty from Reggie Watson could prove absolutely vital.
Back to Atletico Madrid goal, we mentioned a lot the striker, Grigori, but Álvaro Barrio, when you mention him, he's one of the jewels at Atletico Madrid Academy. He's been almost 10 years already at Atletico Madrid. So he came in to the Atletico with 6 years, when he was 6 years old. That's incredible, and indeed he's international with Spain.
Alvaro. That's good goalkeeping from Uguchica. Goalkeeping situation at Atleti is certainly one of their strongest areas. Jan Oblak between the pipes. Juan Musso, Super League winner with Atalanta, signed after a loan spell. Many backup goalkeepers are as good as Musso.
Doesn't have really chances in Atletico Madrid first squad with Oblak.
It's nicely done. Here's a chance for the Romanian to get number 2.
Ooh.
Still alive and cleared away. Oh, that's brilliant defending. It's offside, but Rubertone got the block. He wasn't to know that the flag was going to go up. And a free kick for Newell's. But once again, they're finding a bit of joy down that left-hand side, Atleti.
Yeah, Rubertone, a great defender. He was born in Chile. He's the son of Ramiro Rubertone, ex-Curicó player.
A little bit more direct here. Here's Elias. Here's a big chance. He's got to score that. But the follow-up is in, and they're back in this one. 1-1. Just like yesterday. Behind against Chelsea, and then back on level terms. Game on in Fort Lauderdale.
Never throw the towel. Newell's Old Boys strikes again in that first miss finish. And then in that follow-up, again doing a great job in between Atletico Madrid box. So Marcelo Belushi is happy now because Newell's Old Boys already in the game. They still have the chances to go through. Let's see.
That tells you a lot about Newell's. Yesterday, it wasn't even 60 seconds had elapsed after they conceded when they scored to get back on level terms. And today, just a few minutes after going behind, they're back on level terms. Benjamin Gomez with the goal. Just 5 minutes between the goal at one end and the equaliser at the other. It's really open now. Should be a good spectacle in the second half. Good feet. Not good defending. And what a finish that is. Atleti ahead now. What a game.
Much better there in the first half. My God, what a start in this second half after the halftime. Wow. Great movement inside the box for Atletico Madrid, and great, even better finish. Mauro Silva. He was born in Asturias.
Your home state.
Yes, the North.
So Atleti's just on to Newell's. What Newell's did to Chelsea yesterday. Less than 60 seconds after a goal at one end, there's been a goal at the other end. And Atleti back ahead again. And look at those Newell's Old Boys players, hands on hips, deflated after working hard to get back into the game. They're just going to have to do it again.
Yeah, that's why they need to be brave again and try to think about what they did yesterday against Chelsea. They are more than able to do that again. So if I were them, calm down, keep going like that. They've been Such a great minutes with more substitutions.
Garcia de la Calle on for Sanchez Fuster, better known as Tote, which I'm more than happy about. And the change for Newell's.
Garcia de la Calle, whose idol is Pedri, Barcelona player.
Diego Valenti coming on. He's been very good in the first couple of games. And Arevalo, who might have missed a few chances, but my goodness, he's certainly had the opportunities in this tournament so far. So that certainly doesn't weaken Newell's. In fact, you could argue it strengthens them. Valenti will play in position vacated by Elias. And now they'll go 4-4-2. Arevalo will play up front alongside Yanni Romero. There was a change of substitution, we're led to believe. And it was going to be the goal scorer, Mauro Silva. But after he scored, they changed their mind. Brought off Sanchez Fuster instead. So that goal has not only given Atleti the lead, but it's prolonged Mauro Silva's involvement in this game.
You remember another Mauro Silva in professional football, Mark?
Indeed.
He used to play for Deportivo de La Coruña, international Brazilian star, legend.
Depor doing well in the Segunda right now.
Yes.
Hopefully see them back. It's been a while.
They have a great investment, and one guy, one to watch, Jeremiah, left winger, top quality. Chelsea was interested in him, and Deportivo de La Coruña rejected so many millions, and they kept him.
Strong challenge on Arevalo, and the first card of the game. 52nd minute. So 3 goals in 7 minutes, including 2 within 30 seconds. We now have a scoreline of Atletico Madrid 2, Newell's 1. Doesn't change the standings. Chelsea top on 7 points in the live table. Atleti on 6. They would face the Group B winners in the semi-final. It will either be Manchester City or Barcelona. Delivered by Ruiz Diaz. It's a good area. Who got the final touch? Scored. Now he's gone into the book. Mauro Silva. Really good feet. That's something we've seen from Atleti in their games so far, Rodri. They are a very well coached side, but technically very proficient.
Indeed. It looks like, you know, when you are watching any of their games, you know, how they balance any play, you know, in between defense, midfield, attacking line. Very well worked side.
Chance to get the cross in first time, which they do. There's these problems as well. It's all about attacking now. Yanni Romero didn't quite get as much on it as he would have liked. They remain a live threat, Newell's old boys. Representing Rosario, where the temperature is about 10 degrees warmer than here in Fort Lauderdale. Newell's starting positions now much more advanced. They will leave gaps in behind, they know that. But they've got to take a chance. They know they need to score twice, at least, to go through.
That is the key of all. I mean, when you need 2 goals to go through, you don't have anything else to lose. So keep going, keep attacking, and try to Atletico Madrid defense to fail.
It's Atleti's 4-3-3, which is now turned into a 4-5-1. Grigori as the lone striker now. The 2 wide players just tucking in when they don't have the ball. Well, there wasn't much to write home about in the first half, but we've had plenty to talk about at the start of the second half. Time for more changes. Regardless of when they fly back home to Argentina, it's been a great experience for every single team in this tournament. Mauro Silva going off, along with the right back Adri. So he got an extra 7 or 8 minutes or so. Mistake at the back by Atleti, stolen by Yanni Romero, who leaves it this time. Big chance, and it's 2-2. That's a fantastic finish by Arevalo. They've done it again. And a really well-worked move involving all their main protagonists.
Spectacular play by Newell and great finish by Bautista Arevalo, as we mentioned before. And again, draw. What a lack of intensity from Atletico Madrid defense. Maybe because of the substitutions, but they gotta be more focused. Well enough in this case for Newell's old boys.
What a second half. 4 goals in 14 minutes. Would not be surprised if we saw even more. Just got to hope from a Newell's perspective they stop Atleti from scoring again within 60 seconds, having got back on level terms.
What a second half with so many things in such a short period of time.
Pretty much every attack has ended up in a goal. Felix, the layoff. Great feet. Oh, so close from Aitor. This doesn't seem like it's the same game we saw in the first half.
It looks like completely different. My God, they look like released, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, this is good for the spectacle, for the show. And even you can notice that on the stands, you know, people are cheering more, are screaming, are celebrating, are complaining about everything. That's good. FC Barcelona players were watching the game from the other side.
There's a good chance that if they win today, they will face one of these two sides. But who? Be an all-Spanish matchup between Catalunya and the Spanish capital, or will it be Catalunya versus Argentina? Very open now. Barrio. Alvaro. He's got a good eye for goal, Alvaro. It's not a bad delivery in. Heavy touch, though, from Grigori. And Newell's can break with the goal scorer, Arevalo. Quevedo. Arevalo. There's no room to get beyond the substitute. Marti coming on and replacing Adri. in. Here's a chance, and what a chance for Yanni Romero. If Newell's are eliminated because they don't win this game and it's a tie, I don't know how he'll sleep tonight. That was the opportunity.
Incredible. I thought they were going to score a third goal. It was really clear by Newell's Old Boys. And the thing is that now even Atletico Madrid players are complaining in between themselves, like saying, hey, we got to press a little bit more, we got to be more focused. Looks like hard times for Atletico Madrid.
Nothing to lose now for Newell's. What a ton that is. That's at least a yellow card.
Was he applauding Atletico Madrid play?
Marti into the book.
My God.
There's certain challenges that players make that you know what the outcome is straight away. I'd like to see that again. That looked like it was Marti that had the challenge, not Alvaro.
True. I enjoy the way the Argentinian player turned back and said, more, come on. Clapping his hands.
Bring it on.
Yeah, true.
He's a talent. I mentioned when he came on, he's impressed so far, Valenti. He was the player brought down by Marti. They look a different side now. They look like the side that was right up for it in the second half against Chelsea.
If I had to bet now who's going to score the next goal, I would say definitely Newell's Old Boys. They're deserving that.
I think the cooling hydration break comes at a good time for Atleti here because Newell's have got the momentum.
Key momentum for Atletico Madrid now in order to cool their minds off a little bit and to stop, in this case, Newell's Old Boys attacks. In these last 5 minutes, Marcelo Belushi's kids have been just amazing. And the thing is that, apart from this draw, they started to believe in themselves again. And they think they can do it.
Now Chelsea 3, Inter Miami 1. 2 quick goals in that game. Zidane Cadet pulling one back for Inter Miami, but Andrew Penny's penalty has just gone in. That was when you thought Elias has missed the opportunity, but a good follow-up by Benjamin Gomez. Then this one from Mauro Silva. That's brilliant feet.
That was a really important goal for Atletico Madrid right after the opening goal for Newell's. But later on, Newell said, we're still alive, we're never gonna throw the towel. And with this goal, Bautista Arévalo scored a draw and brought the hope for Marcelo Belushi's side.
It's a brilliant finish from Arévalo. Gives us the score we have right now of Atletico Madrid 2, Newell's Old Boys 2. Now it's a gamble from Newell's to think, well, we think our attack's better than your attack, so we're going to try and do as much as we can. I wonder how many of these he signs.
Millions. Signing a River Plate jersey.
Boy's got a bag of shirts. Confirmation of the yellow card. It did indeed go to Marti, as we thought. Back underway after the hydration break, so we know there'll be at least a couple of minutes added on at the end. Fantastic opening 20 minutes to the second half so far. Goals aplenty. 0-0 at half time, and then the game just came to life. Rigori, shortly after the resumption of the second half. After good work from Obario and Benjamin Gomez. The equaliser, Mauro Silva, immediately afterwards to make it 2-1 Atleti, and then Bautista Arevalo. 2-2. Yanni Romero, the two centre-backs likely to be the target here. Viejos and Rubertoni have gone forward. Atleti just trying to organise a line that's not too deep. The back header was from the striker, Rigori, to the grateful arms of Hugo Chica. Still to come, Manchester City against Barcelona at the top of the hour, the final game from Group B. Good ball over the top, that's one way to bypass the midfield. Needed more on the cross in. He's made a big difference, Arevalo, since coming on, but a good bit of play from Felix. Well, we saw yesterday they can mix it when they need to. Newell's. Messi thought they were away, but brought back for a challenge and a foul on Ruiz Diaz.
We are delighted by the way Arevalo is performing today, like yesterday, like the first match day. He's someone different in Newell's Old Boys attack. We've seen him from the right, from the left, in between lines. That is a great, great player.
Either Valenti or Ruiz Diaz. It's Valenti who takes.
Didn't really understand why Chica, Atletico Madrid goalkeeper, was in a rush. And even David, Atletico Madrid player, just said the same. Stay calm. Little by little. We're not in a rush. Now we got the advantage.
Yeah, right now Atleti would be through. But they're one mistake away from going out. And looking for that one, Tote. Which means very small in Scottish, by the way.
Really?
It does, Tote, yeah. Tote wee lad. Here he is again. Ruiz Diaz, Arevalo. As well to get the corner. What an impact he's had, the sub. I think it's Newell's first corner of the game. Chelsea with 13 minutes to go on the other field, leading into Miami by 3-1. They're going to go through as group winners. Beat Atleti 4-2 on match day 1, drew 3-3 with Newell's yesterday. In comes the corner, taking no chances with that one as Hugo Chica. They're a far better side, Newell's, when they have a goal. They're not a great team when they're passive.
Sure. They need to be active.
They do. They're away by the Romanian striker.
Oh.
Clash of heads, that's a sore one.
Sure. Well done, officials. They need to stop a little bit, and this is something that Atletico Madrid are going to be thankful for, because they're struggling. Less than 15 minutes to go. And the good thing of all is that in any Newell's Old Boys game, anything can happen.
Oh, we've seen that. And now you look at yesterday and how they were behind twice, came back, and then managed to get ahead of Chelsea by 3-2. And the stoppage in play meant 14 added minutes, of which Chelsea scored in the 13th of those after a foul on Andrew Penny. Reggie Watson scoring the penalty gave Chelsea a vital point. Otherwise, would have gone into this game with all 4 teams on 3 points. And Romero is Newell's player being checked for Atleti. Serrano is thankfully okay. In fact, it's Torres who's just gone off to receive treatment. He's the player who came on. Javi Torres. The ball was cleared away, then the whistle went for the head clash. So given back to Newell's and we start again. It's good defending, and it had to be as well by Galvan. Another sub. After having no corners, this is the third in quick succession, Newell's. Both this game and the Chelsea into Miami game with 10 minutes remaining, plus added time. Still Chelsea 3, into Miami 1 on field number 4. Referee now happy. Or is he?
No, really.
Nope, time for change. Big lads have come on. Santiago Fontana and Quizás, 2 centre forwards into the mix for this corner. Nothing to lose now for Newell's. Good punch away, had to be by Hugo Chica. So they've sacrificed a couple of defenders. They know they've got everything to gain and not much to lose, but there's going to be gaps at the back. Atleti to try and exploit. And wide it goes as Contreras and Quevedo are the 2 that go off.
You cannot miss those kind of chances for Atletico Madrid when you are at that part of the game. Not only because you can score and certify your classification, but also to keep Newell's Old Boys' hopes away.
Third corner of the game for Atleti. The shadow of Chase Stadium. All sorts going on there. So it was a much easier decision for an official to give it to the defending team than the attacking team. Certainly wasn't there. He's wasting his own time. Agustin Molina. Chest indicated by the referee. Well, they've got 3 strikers on now, Newell's, so there's plenty to aim for, but you can have as many strikers as you want up there. If the pass to them isn't great, it's a waste. Atleti playing it on the deck, out from the back, with time running out for Newell's. Late drama in their game against Chelsea yesterday, and they were on the receiving end. Just a reminder, Manchester City, Barcelona at the top of the hour from Group B. Grigori. Should be a foul, and is.
They're claiming for a yellow card for Atletico Madrid player. Anyway, Atletico Madrid player were doing really well in this last minute and a half. Why? Because they maintained the ball possession. They could do some interesting things, and indeed, keeping Newell's all boys away from their own box.
Get it forward as quickly as possible. There's a fair bit of height up there now for Newell's. This is not a time to be pretty with your passes. Atleti is trying to hit on the counter. Yanni Romero can't get there. Goes for a handball. Given. Just use the arm there, Tote. Five to go plus added time. We know there'll be at least 2 because of the hydration break. Down the throats of Hugo Chica. Valenti's free kick. Place in the semi-finals at stake. Stays this way, it goes to Atleti. Newell's score, it's theirs. Nicely done. There's gaps now available for Atleti to exploit. Quality's got to be better than that, though.
I love hearing players' comments on the field.
Except in Ba yesterday.
Yes.
We could not translate.
Indeed. Was it when Atletico Madrid players are saying the same? No? Please calm down, stay focused, don't precipitate yourself.
Well, one back by Felix. Wide by Aitor. Obarrio. It's really good defending. Alvaro is a very talented player. Fontana coming across and making sure he wasn't getting a play on that one. The clock continues to tick. Newell's have to get this forward as quickly as possible when they have possession. They've got to be able to keep it better than that. Ovario with the cross. Great feet by Aitor. Somehow he can't put it home. Galvan, brilliant save from Molina. Could that save be one of the most crucial parts of this match? It will be if Newell's can score. No foul. Newell's coming forward. Cheaply given away there by the substitute Valenti. Still 3-1 Chelsea in the other game.
Two clear chances for Atletico Madrid in this last 5 minutes. And a clear yellow card.
Just silly. Not only is it a yellow, which you know you're going to get, but you've just taken about a minute off the clock, and time is your enemy right now.
Sure.
Into the boot goes Ruiz Diaz. Atleti, quite rightly so, in no hurry whatsoever to take the free kick. That's just a lack of experience. You've got a covering teammate that's probably going to be favourite to get to the ball. It's always easy after the event, though, isn't it? Put together a team called Hindsight FC.
Nice one from Obarrio.
Footwork as well. Got a lot of really good, skillful players. No foul there.
Whoa.
It's old-fashioned defending.
I'm here.
Welcome to the 1970 World Cup.
Ball may pass, but not you.
Imagine the 1990 World Cup in Italy. Some of the challenges. From distance, nearly initially looked like it might clear the netting and end up on the runway, the executive airport behind.
You cannot be on a rush. I mean, you still have a couple of minutes left, and you get to elaborate a little bit more, because Newell, when they did that, they always got into a great chance in between the goalkeeper and the defending line.
30 seconds of normal time plus added time remaining. As it stands, it's Atleti going through. Newell's have to score. The layoff by Grigori. It's just Galvan. Back for the Romanian striker. The space to exploit. He's done very well. Obario. In a hurry to get this forward as quickly as possible. All eyes on how much added time is forthcoming. There's the answer, 5. There's still time for Newell's.
Plenty of time. We cannot translate that.
Don't. Keep us in a job, please.
Very Argentinian slang. That's funny, though. 5 minutes is a long time to go in this part of the game, knowing how the players are now at this moment, because one goal can change everything.
Nice touch by Grigori. He's had a better second half. Among the goals as well. But too early to go to the corner. Just try and score a goal instead. Good layoff. Obario. Well, Atleti have got it where they want it right now, at that end of the field. And they can take the time taking this corner. 3-1 into stoppage time for Chelsea against Inter Miami. They're going to win Group A. Face either Manchester City or Barcelona in the semi-finals. That'll be quite the game. Who will finish second in Group A? We'll find out in about 3 minutes' time. Yellow card.
Oh!
Gotta be careful here. Revelo getting involved as well.
Atletico Madrid bench saying the draw is valid for us, it's good for us, calm down, watch out with the counter-attacks from the Argentinian side.
Yeah, don't do anything silly from a disciplinary point of view as well. You don't want to miss the semi-final. Goalkeeper inside the centre circle, defender to take. It's got to go back the way. It's got to go back the way. Santiago Fontana just misjudging the header. Atleti taking their time. Too much on that one from Aitor. To credit Atletico Madrid, after conceding that second goal, they've defended pretty well. Revelo tries to poke it forward. More than halfway through the minimum of 5 minutes added time. Keeper comes, he's in a no man's land a little bit, able to clutch. Got to get it forward as quickly as possible. Really good touch. Just another example of how well Atleti has defended.
One minute left.
Yet again, Atleti don't allow Newell's an opportunity. This could kill it off. What a challenge, offside anyway, against Romario. Very enjoyable second half.
Sure, much better than the first half.
Didn't want to say, but yes.
Still things to happen in this last minute.
Find out. You just keep in your I'm not translating that mode, please, and keep us in a job.
It's like, do the final whistle, referee, please do it now.
Grigori, is it to the corner? Aitor showing off. Good save, and it's a corner. Referee looks at his watch, and that'll do it. Atleti are through. A 2-2 draw in a fabulous second half against Newell's, who gave their all but just didn't have that little bit of quality in the final third when it was required. Brilliant game of football, another one in a fantastic Messi Cup.
Credit for the players, doesn't matter if they are Atletico Madrid or Newell's Old Boys players. Great sacrifice from both sides, and indeed good draw for Atletico Madrid that are going through, but anyway, Newell's Old Boys, great tournament, great Messi Cup with Leo Messi witnessing that from the side, so fair enough, and always head up high.
Thoroughly enjoyable second half. 4 goals in the space of 14 minutes. Atleti needed a draw with the other game in the group. Chelsea against Inter Miami, 3-1 over on the far pitch. So Chelsea will win the group with 7 points. Atleti going through in second place. In fact, Chelsea have just scored a 4th in added time. Doesn't change anything. Atleti through on 4 points. Inter Miami on 3 and Newell's on 2. It's been a good group, this one. Player of the game was Mauro Silva. Quite a few to choose from for Atleti. Got a lot of tactical and technical players that are good to watch.
Well deserved, this MVP. He was one of the best players of this match so far. Mauro Silva, he was born in Asturias. He used to play for some Asturian teams before joining Atletico Madrid. He's one of the good